Welcome to today's meditation. This is an audio designed to help you uncover your limiting beliefs. Very often people will talk about the way to manifest or the way to reach your dreams is to first remove any resistance that you have to accomplishing or fulfilling your desires. And this can feel frustrating sometimes when we think, I don't have any resistance, I want this. Because consciously we do want it. Consciously, logically, using our rational mind, we say, of course I want $1 million. Of course I want to meet my soulmate. Of course I want a fulfilling profession. Of course I want perfect health. But if we don't have all of those things yet, there's usually some subconscious block or limiting belief getting in the way. And it can feel very frustrating, at least it's been for me, trying to understand our blocks, especially if we don't have someone to point them out and show us our blind spots. And even then, sometimes, people don't know. They're not inside our subconscious mind. So as I was thinking through all of this for myself, I started asking myself this question. And I've never heard it asked before, but perhaps there's someone else teaching it as well. And it's a really profound, powerful question that will help you really start to notice your limiting beliefs and your blocks. So I'm going to ask that question deep in the throes of meditation during this audio. So I encourage you to set aside time to do this fully and properly, because if I just tell you the question now, you won't get as much benefit from it. So here we go. I invite you to sit in a comfortable cross-legged position, or you can sit on a couch or chair with your back erect, or you can do this lying down if that feels more comfortable for you. Let yourself feel comfortable. Close your eyes, and we're going to start with some nice deep belly breaths. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling slowly through the mouth. Observe your breathing. And then we're going to slow it down. So we're going to inhale to the count of 3 and exhale to the count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale again. Exhale. It's very important that your exhale is at least twice as long as your inhale, because that will bring your body to a more relaxed physiological state. We're going to do a gentle body scan to help you feel into your body and tap into your inner wisdom and knowing as we go through this meditation. So you're going to begin by envisioning a bright white light above your head. And let that light shine down, enter through the crown of your head. And as that light enters your body, imagine it completely washing over the muscles of your face. Allow the muscles of your forehead, the muscles around your eyes, the muscles of your cheeks, your jaw. Allow everything to warmly relax as it is showered with this brilliant, radiant light. Now imagine that light traveling down your neck, down through each of your shoulders. Let your shoulders relax. Allow the warmth to penetrate any tight muscles. Allow your muscles to melt. Now imagine that bright light traveling down both of your arms, all the way down to your fingers. Maybe your fingers and hands start tingling with this radiant light. You feel almost as if you're holding the sun. Now allow that white light to travel down your chest through your heart center. Stop for a minute and feel your heart center just filled with love and light and softness. Allow that light to travel down through your solar plexus, down your torso, the area behind your belly button. Let your belly relax. Feel into this area. Envision that glowing white light just behind your belly button. Let that light wash down your back, letting all these muscles melt into your hips. Now let the muscles around your hips and your pelvic floor completely melt and relax. As that light travels down, down, down through each of your legs, all the way down through your toes, travels out of your toes. And now imagine either through the bottoms of your feet or through the base of your spine, envision roots extending from your body down deep, deep, deep into the core of the earth. And you can visualize that light that began all the way above your head, traveling all the way down your body, out of your body and down into those roots, deep, deep, deep into the core of the earth. When you think you've gone as far as you can, go even deeper. Let yourself feel grounded, let yourself feel rooted. Now visualize that light traveling back up through those roots, through your body, up your spine, all the way out at the top of your head. And allow yourself to visualize that light traveling up and down a few times, nice and slowly, as you're centered with both the earth, you're rooted and grounded, and simultaneously connected to the cosmos, connected to the universe that exists above and beyond. And now I invite you to bring your awareness to your heart center. Allow yourself to feel into your heart center and to tap into the feeling of gratitude and love. Before we start looking at our limiting beliefs, it's important that we recognize all that we already love and adore about ourselves. So I invite you to gently smile as you tap into your heart center. Feel your heart center lighting up with a radiant green light. Breathe as if you're breathing in and out of your heart center. Inhale the feeling of love. Exhale the feeling of love. And now I invite you to let that beaming light travel a little further down into your solar plexus. That's the area right behind your belly button. This is known in many practices as your power center. This is also our center of joy. This is where we can tap into our inner knowing and tap into our confidence. So deep into your power center, to your solar plexus, visualize a bright golden light in your gut. And just relax. If there's any clinging, any resistance, just relax. And I want you to think about something that you deeply desire, that perhaps has felt elusive in the past. Maybe you've tried very hard to attain this desire and so far it hasn't worked out. Just want you to think about it without any attachment to the story around it. No judgment. Just visualize or imagine that thing. This might be success in your career. This might be a certain amount of money. This might mean a relationship with a specific person. This might mean a different dynamic in your current relationship. It could mean a home. It could mean any number of things, but visualize that thing that you really want. And now I want you to say to yourself, I have no reason to believe that this isn't possible. And you can customize what you're saying. So insert the specifics of your desire. For example, I have no reason to believe that I'll never meet my soulmate. Or I have no reason to believe that I can't make $1 million. Or I have no reason to believe that my dream house isn't one ad away. I have no reason to believe that it's not possible. And as you're saying that internally to yourself, just notice what comes up. This exercise today is not about instilling the positive belief. This exercise is about uncovering resistance. So as you say that to yourself, what do you feel intuitively is coming up for you? For example, if you say mentally to yourself, I have no reason to believe I can't make $1 million, you may start thinking about all the logistics and the planning, but I have to do this and I have to do that, and I don't have the skill and I don't have the talent. And don't judge those things and don't ignore them. Don't push them away. Observe what's coming up. Those are your limiting beliefs. Maybe the belief is coming up, but I've never done it before. But that doesn't mean it's not possible. People make $1 million all the time that have never made $1 million before. Everyone who makes $1 million has to start with their first million. Every millionaire had to start with their first million. And this applies to any belief. So whatever is coming up for you, just notice what's swirling around in the background when you say, I have no reason to believe it's not possible. Your subconscious mind will probably start presenting you with all the reasons why it's not possible. And just observe them. So I'm going to give you a moment to do that without me speaking. So sit in silence, just repeating that to yourself, and just notice what comes up without judgment. I have no reason to believe it isn't possible. And now you should be able to identify certain limiting beliefs. And if nothing comes up for you, then maybe you have no resistance, and that's awesome. Then you really have no reason to believe it's not possible, and that's incredible. Let that be your mantra. If things are coming up, now you've identified some of your limiting beliefs. You've identified where the resistance is. We can go into deeper trainings and deeper audios on how to uncover or how to work through those limiting beliefs. But for now, I just want you to say, Isn't that interesting? And what might organically start happening is you start to see why your logic is flawed. So maybe doing this exercise, you realize that you believe you'll never meet a partner because you're living in a city that just doesn't have a lot of options. But people are meeting partners in your city all the time. People meet partners on the internet in different cities all the time. People meet soulmates from prison all the time. There is literally nothing stopping you. That's not a valid reason. So just without judgment, notice what's coming up for you. And then your brain may start organically seeing the flaws in your logic. People make millions of dollars all the time. There's no reason you can't. And so some of these blocks we can take and work towards. So if one of the blocks to your making money, you say, well, I don't have a career that makes money, then maybe the step is to look for new jobs or to start a side hustle. But oftentimes, noticing and becoming aware of the limitation is enough to start to break through it, and you organically will start to find new opportunities. So what I invite you to do at the end of this meditation, after we come out of it, you can journal anything that came up. So write down while it's fresh any of those limiting beliefs, and if you want to go through and listen again, or just keep sitting in silence asking yourself the question, or saying to yourself, I have no reason to believe this isn't possible. You will start to observe your limiting beliefs. And then I want you to write all of those beliefs down, not to give them power. There's no power. But even writing them down, you'll start to see the flaws in your logic. And then if there are no flaws in the logic, you say, well, no, this is fact, do something about it. And if you can't do anything about it, then it's not useful to believe. So stop believing it. We get to choose what we believe. And like I said, we can go deeper on how to work through limiting beliefs and crush the resistance. But for now, step one, just become aware. Because there aren't a lot of resources out there about how to identify your limiting beliefs. A lot of times people say to ask yourself the question, what is blocking me? But often that doesn't tap into the part of our subconscious that allows us to actually see what's blocking us. So by saying an affirmative statement like the one we practiced today, that's when our subconscious actually starts to reveal what's in our way. So now I invite you to take another deep, deep, deep breath, deep into your belly. And be so proud of yourself for sitting through this exercise. You can exhale. I invite you to come back to your heart center and be grateful that no matter what limiting beliefs came up for you, you get to change them. And truly, I promise you, there is no reason to believe that what you want isn't possible. And doesn't that feel good to choose that belief? Because even if it doesn't work out, even if you get disappointed in the long run, you will have believed it, you will have tried your hardest, and you will learn from it. And trust me, when you attempt something from that energy, even if it doesn't quote unquote work out, you never regret it, you never feel bad, you never feel disappointed. Because it's a different way of approaching the situation. If you want to go deeper with that, I do offer individual coaching sessions. That was not my intention for recording this audio, is not to promote that, but as I'm saying this, it's coming to me that you might have questions and say, well, but how? And if you're feeling stuck, please reach out to me, even if it's just a comment on the video or an email. I'm happy to help walk you through this process a bit deeper. You can also find some free resources linked in my video description. And if you found this audio helpful, of course, share with anyone who you think could benefit. Subscribe to the channel for more. So if I do a follow-up, you can have that. And take another nice deep breath and exhale through your mouth. And when you're ready, you can start wiggling your fingers and your toes and open your eyes and grab that journal while it's fresh. I encourage you to go back to the meat of this meditation. I'll put the timestamps in the description and listen to it again and journal while it's fresh. And please comment and tell me what came up for you and if I can support you in any way. Thank you so much.